Hello everyone and welcome to the day 13 of Python Expert Tutorial series. And again, just like day 12, we'll be working on one of the interview question, that is how to build a program to change the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So let's go to the Google Colab, right? I have things mentioned on the page as well by default, that it's an interview question which has been asked so many times during your interviews of Python related career opportunities. And today we are going to build a program which will convert the temperature in Celsius to Fahrenheit. So for that, if by default you should know the formula, like what's the formula to convert Celsius temperature to the Fahrenheit temperature. I know it, so you can also check it from Google as well. I can just say Celsius to Fahrenheit, hit enter. You can see the formula over here, right? So you should remember it. I can probably just paste it over here, right? Formula, which is this, right? And yep, and we can delete this one which is not needed. So this is the formula, right? So we'll be needing like user to input temperature um, in Celsius, right? And our program should calculate the Fahrenheit temperature. So we all know like what's the formula here. So I'll probably say, okay, Celsius would be an user input, which is obviously could be in decimals. So I'm going to say float, right? And I want user to input that, right? I can say please input, my bad, input the temperature in Celsius, right? And once we have the temperature from the user in Celsius, our program should calculate it in Fahrenheit. So let's say I can say Fahrenheit, and you can name it anything which you feel like, right? I'm just using the same name because they're not defined, right? So I can just Fahrenheit, and we know the formula which is over here. So I can say, okay, Celsius multiply by, in brackets 9 by 5, right? And then add 30 to it, and that becomes your Fahrenheit temperature. I also want to print it, right, so that and you can say the temperature in, sorry, Fahrenheit is, and then you can say Fahrenheit here, right? Oh, my bad. Right, and hit enter. So now if you run it, the program will ask you to input the Celsius temperature, and then the program will calculate that into Fahrenheit, and we can then cross check that using your Google has the formula and everything over here. We can just put the same thing. Maybe you can test it over here. Let's say I feed 45 degrees Celsius, then it will like 113 Fahrenheit. So we can just go and run the 45 only. I can just hit run over here. It will ask me the temperature in Celsius. I can say 45. The moment I hit enter, it will calculate the temperature in Fahrenheit is 113. So that means that the formula or the program which you have built is working out the way you want it to be, right? So this is an easy yet tricky question which I have seen, like during the interviews, people ask to convert the Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Please follow the channel if you have not subscribed already. Thank you so much.